Hello, everyone. Hello, ladies. Welcome to day 2 of the Perfect 10 Summer Slimdown Edition. Today, my friends, we are talking about your perfect assets. Yes, the pun is intended. We got the peach emoji up in here. You know, gals, a lot of times people hire me because they want to have the perfect assets. Plain and simple. They say, Aubrey, I want to grow a booty. I say, okay. What about my hubby? Truth be told, he did not have a booty. And now I'm saying, guys got glutes. And I'll tell you what, the peach emoji type of workouts are really in style, aren't they? They are in style. I do not think that they are going out of style anytime soon. And I ask the universe to please bring back naturally curly hair so it's in style all the time. How do I do this look without looking like I just didn't change my hairstyle from the 80s? I don't know the answer to that, but you did not come to learn that answer. Why you are here is because you probably showed up and played full out yesterday for day number 1. Without further ado, if today is your first day on day number 2, it's cool, and I'm grateful you're here. I am so grateful you are here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Aubrey Warwick. I am a TV fitness expert, transformation coach, creator of the Perfect 10. By night, I own a pole dancing studio. I'm a mom, a wife, a lover of life. And like you, I wear many hats. I cater to the busy female who is looking to fall back in love with who she sees in the mirror. And if you are in the Pittsburgh area, you can pick up your copy of The City Scene. Yeah, I'm going to do shameless plugs on this, guys. This might be the only time I'm ever on a cover of a magazine. I was on a cover of a magazine one other time, but it was like a magazine that like you had to buy online, and you had to buy it. And guess what? This one is for free. You get to learn all about Pittsburgh in this magazine. So very cool. All right. That's my shameless plug for that. All right. So without further ado, I want to give some shout outs to those of you who are playing full out yesterday, catching me on the replays. And what I mean by playing full out is that you're interactive, right? That you are closing out the tabs on your computer and your phone. I get it. I totally get it. Where you're like, Aubrey, I'm catching this on the replay. I at least want to hear it, and I'm multitasking, and it is what it is. Hey, that's better than nothing. But I'm going to put a big button there. If you can look at this as that you have 1,440 minutes of the day, and this is less than 60 minutes of your day, that's 4% of your day. You can do this. 1 hour of your day, free coaching, playing full out. Can you give me a yes in the comments? That shows me that you are playing full out. All right. And Dan DeStevens watching you, my amazing husband. He just landed in Tampa, Florida. He is presenting at this conference. And babe, I want to tell you what I wrote down in my gratitude journal today was that I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of my husband. Can we give maybe like some fire emojis to Dan? Because he was never interested in public speaking. And now he is speaking on a stage in front of probably a couple thousand people at this conference. I'm so proud of him. So how about that? Rat-a-tat-tat. All right. So we got fire emoji. And did you do your gratitude work today? I did it yesterday and today. I did it with my son. Did anyone find that once you start to write down your 10 blessings at the top of your day, it becomes a beautiful runaway train that you're like, wait a minute, I have more than 10. I have more than 10 blessings. And I know for me, I really love this journal my best friend got me, but I want to expand upon these. And I want you guys to know that you are in my gratitude blessings that I wrote down yesterday and today because I thank you. I don't take it lightly. I take it very seriously that I have hundreds of people that sign up for a program like this, even though it's free. Now, it doesn't mean that everybody shows up. But I think, wow, if I had 200 people in a room and they were like, yeah, work, what do you got? Like that's pretty cool. and I want to keep it growing. So please know that sharing is caring. Many of you who have done my programs before have just authentically shared your posts on social media, and that is really how I help people the most, is through referrals. So thank you, big shout outs. But let's do some individual shout outs. People who did their U work from yesterday. What we did was we were doing our sticky note technique. That what I have found that this is the key ingredient and a catalyst to your perfect 10 for you to start and finish this sucker. Okay. And I want to give a shout out to Dawn and Tina, Janet, Kim, Dana, Jessica, Danielle, and I see Kelly Johnson's out there. I know Melissa is out there. I am grateful for this moment, guys. I'm getting all my pictures out, and I definitely have a little picture of my son on there too. How cool is that, to see life through our kids' eyes? All right. I want to thank you to those of you who did already book a call. Remember, you could book a free call to learn more. If you're like, work, I need more in 10 days. Make sure you book that free discovery call. We'll talk about that later. Now, we got some cool things starting today. We are going to be talking about something that I actually have not talked about in Perfect 10 ever. And it is a biofeedback neurological loop that you are going to learn, known as the mind-muscle connection. Oh, isn't that cool? So with the mind-muscle connection, you might be like, duh, yeah, like I'm feeling the burn when I'm working out. I'm going to take a step further, because this is how AWO does. This is how I do, as I talk about myself in the third person. It's a mind, body, and spirit, or let's say mind, body, soul connection that we're going to go over today. And you know what? It is going to help you grow your muscles better, faster, stronger, and change your shape into really embodying what I call the hourglass goddess. Give me the hourglass emoji. Look at me. I'm getting through all the emojis. Hourglass emoji in the comments if you're all about that hourglass. Okay. So for your U work from yesterday, I really appreciate those of you who DM'd me and they were like, wow, that was a powerful visualization. Each time I do that visualization, it comes off a little different. And I personally have to drop into my body to make sure that I'm delivering that to you gals as best as I can, because I wanted to grab you by the heart. I wanted to time travel you and really help you figure yourself out. That's it. Now, I did see some people were like, oh, that breath work, that looked really cool. I didn't have a chance to do it. We're going to do it again, but I'm not going to take you through that visualization just yet, because I want to get your attention that you're not driving and that you can experience the priming breath. Gals, it's the fastest way that you could drop into the present moment, get out of your head into your heart, and decompress, get more nitric oxide to your brain, let the blood flow through your body. Physiological responses that get you high off your own supply. Why do people smoke cigarettes or they smoke weed? It forces them to breathe. You don't really need that other drug in there, right? But we like it. It carries an additional buzz. And I'm not saying I don't smoke, but that's my interpretation when I've worked with people who are working on quitting smoking. All right, some things that you need to make sure that you do. Here's our housekeeping items before we get going. Please do not skip this part. I forgot to mention it yesterday. Ding, ding, ding. Take your before pictures and your circumference measurements as outlined in your P10 manual. This might be the most emotional, evoking response of the program. And I know this because whenever I took my very first check-in pictures for my personal trainer accountability, they were personal trainers back then, that's all it was, but he was more than that, my earth angel at the time. He took these pictures of me, and thank God he did, because you guys would be like, yeah, I don't believe you. But I broke down. I was like, that's what I did to myself. That's what I did to myself. And Oh my God, it was so hard. Man, there were a lot of tears back then, but I had to feel, deal, and heal with that time of my life. So please, please, I know most people's before pictures are like this, or like literally like seriously. And then as each week you start to progress, you get lighter, not just physically, like emotionally, right? And in here, it's so freeing. You release the emotions and the energy that has been trapped. And sometimes it's trapped in the form of weight gain. Okay. But anyway, or body fat, right? It's not like if you don't need to lose weight, but you can change your body composition and that can feel lighter. All right. So you need to do that, because if you don't plan on signing up for like a 6-month or a year program with me, guys, at least finish the 10 days and send me your results. That's like my tip jar. This should be free. So I need some pics. Guys. I don't have to show your face, but I need some pics I can use. Okay. Microwave and pre-cooked food question. Dawn, thank you for asking this question. I did address it in the P-Town manual in one of the video's overviews, but I know that you took a step further, and this is a great freaking question. Microwaves turn our food into radioactive garbage. You don't believe me? Here's an easy example. Do you disinfect your sponges in the microwave? Have you ever done that? What do you think it does? It just kills all the bacteria. So it's killing all your nutrients. Great book to read. Green Body Cleanse by Dr. Edward Group III. Loved it. Circa 2007. But I'll tell you, a lot of that information is still very relevant. I don't know. Fact check me on ChatGPT. Go for it. Anyway, we got rid of our microwave a long time ago. Now, is the air fryer the lesser of the evils? What's the best way to go? When you buy something, go for something that is non-toxic. Do your research. We could save this for a Wellness Wednesday chat in terms of what products I recommend. But if you have any scratches in your pans, if you have any scratches in your air fryer, hate to say it, man, but it gonna be contaminating that food. Okay, but Dawn didn't ask that. She was like, no. What about if it's already pre-cooked? Like if you get it at Giant Eagle or your grocery store, or I'm assuming if you food prep. Here's the deal. Let's say I just food prepped my ground turkey. And sometimes people do this. They'll batch cook. And I used to do this too. But my food started to make me sick. It was like making me gassy. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to be healthy here. I can't be a perfect 10 and gassy. Come on. My husband's like, right. Just food. So what I learned is that your food, how dead do you want your food? And it's going to start to decay after a day. So if it is pre-cooked, whenever you get it, put it in the freezer and then cook it. So after you batch cook it, if you're not going to eat it within 24 hours, my recommendation is to freeze it, depending on if it's pre-cooked at the grocery store. We don't know how long it's been cooked for. If we are cooking it ourselves, just put in the freezer. Now, some great options that you can use at the workplace. They do make mini air fryers. I'm sure we could find some non-toxic ones. They do make mini crock pots too. So if you were like, well, I wanted to take this to work, Aubrey, but they just have a microwave. Why not for 10 days? You try a different way. Does your food taste different / better? Do you have more energy? Because food is a transfer of energy, right? Just like sunlight to plants, photosynthesis is a transfer of energy. The important thing is with food is that we have that transfer of energy, that we feel nourished and our meals are complete. So that is just one of the ways I help my clients start to lose weight, feel great, balance their hormones without really doing too much else. Organic, how we cook our food. All right, that's it. All right, it can't be that easy. Sometimes it is, peeps. Okay. The next thing that we need to talk about, before our breath work, is I have a very special guest coming up today. Now, I convinced her last challenge to come on along with some other of my rock star clients. And I convinced her again because, well, I'll let her do the talking in a second, but I call her one of my gold medalists in the program, and I can't wait for you guys to meet her. Okay, now let's start to do this breath work. So as long as you're not driving, you cannot do this one when you're driving. I've done other breathing techniques you can, not this. Put down the gardening gloves. I know I saw Tina was talking about that. Close out the tabs. You got 30 seconds? I think you do. All right, priming, in case you forgot. Just this is one way to do it. Arms stretch up overhead. And you're going to exhale passively. So I'll 3 sets of 10. Let's drop in. On our marks, get set. Let's prime. Ten more. Last one. Relax, palms face up, eyes closed. Allow the feelings and sensations to wash over you. Visualizing yourself here and now. Reminding yourself that all you need is within you now. A perfect 10 mindset. Today, I choose my thoughts to be that of a perfect 10. Today, whenever my thoughts start to fall in the category of shame, doubt, resistance, guilt, and comparison, I say stop. I'm a perfect 10. That is the mindset. Let's begin again with our second round. Priming breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. In 3, 2, 1, go. Relaxing, palms facing up, allowing those feelings and sensations to wash over you, becoming more present, dropping into your body. Today I choose to be present with myself. Today I choose to just interrupt one little teeny tiny pattern, practicing the subtle art of saying no thank you, even if it's to myself. If it's about alcohol, any kryptonite foods, thoughts, today I choose to say no thank you. Last round of priming breath. Arms stretch up to the sky. Smiley face now. In 3, 2, 1, big smile. Last one. Palms face up, index fingers touch the thumbs. Today, I choose to have the perfect 10 assets. I embrace my body that I have been blessed with, the health that I have now. It is my birthright to express health. It is safe to be healthy and free of disease. Today I choose to let go of one thing that I've been holding on to that I no longer need. Let's take a palate cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth and say, taking your karate chop hands and tapping underneath your collarbones, underneath these special energy buttons, releasing pressure from the body as if you were taking the lid off of a pressure cooker. Start to breathe normally as you'd like. You can keep your eyes closed, but put a smile on your face, even if you don't want to. I'm pulling up some pictures of you ladies that you shared and posted, playing full out. Those of you who are vulnerable, thank you. And I can see you. I can see you as a beautiful child. The energy is light and free. Today, I myself choose to be light and free so that my cup can overflow, so that my son and others around me can drink from that abundance. taking one more breath in. And exhale, relax, letting the tapping dissipate and coming back to me, eyes open. Good job. How did you feel? If you did feel that, if you were able to do that with me, give me a heart. Now, we're going to take our right hand onto our heart, and I want you to palpate your beating heart. Take this moment to thank your heart for beating for you since the day you've been born. It's pretty amazing, that miracle. What else is going underneath the hood? Our heart. She's doing pretty good. We can feel her beating. But there might be something missing in there. And a lot of times we use this umbrella term of, I want to balance my hormones. And you know what? We can't manage what we don't measure. And there's many aspects to us, not just the physical. The great thing is that by doing a program like this, your results will manifest. You will have a beautiful side effect of finding what you see in the mirror to perhaps be more aesthetically pleasing. And it could be the result of you taking time to really focus on you and bring awareness to your life, the life you want to live and the life you deserve to live. Now, in the Western world, we like to focus a lot of times on the outside and to bring it in, right? Well, I want to look like this. And that is one way to do it. That helps us a lot. We have the gift and the curse of eyesight, most of us. But from the inside out, I was able to share with you guys a little bit of woo-woo-ness today. All right, the woo-woo side of me. And I like sharing that side. It's a side that sometimes is hard for people to tap into. But if you want the perfect assets, my friends, I am telling you, you can work out and to your blue in the face, beat your body into submission. But there's still these other underlying factors that need to be taken into consideration. The mindset, the assets are all a part of your Perfect 10 tool set. So I want you to acquire this knowledge, because once you know something, it's hard to unknow it. Especially that story that you have told yourself for the last year, 5 years, 10 years, that unfortunately became a lie. So how about we write a new story today? And we are going to do something fun before we talk to our special guest. All right, in your P10 manual, you have, as you know, 3 exercises to do every day: 10 squats, 10 push-ups, and 10 crunches. You also have some bonus videos in there. The last time I did P10, I created something called the Hourglass Goddess Workout, where you need a towel and you need a stability ball and a wall, okay? Well, actually, you don't even need the stability ball. If you don't have one right now, make sure you watch that video. But what I want to address before we transition here in a couple minutes is that mind-muscle connection, the mind-body-soul connection. So when you're working out with these exercises, don't half-ass them. You got to put your whole ass into it, okay? And how I like to teach people to engage their muscles is a couple different ways. When you do these exercises, use a mirror and wear clothes that make you see your lines so that you can start to say, okay, I can see my muscles working. Is it that simple, Aubrey? It can be. The other thing that you want to do is actually touch those body parts to innervate them, okay? Is it that simple? It can be. In all my years of teaching human beings, specifically women, some women just like to be manhandled. Is there an amen emoji? Can I get an amen on that? Psst, Dan is watching. Yes, I do like to be manhandled. Okay, but what I mean by that is appropriate touch. Whenever I'm teaching someone now, with pole dancing specifically, some of them some people respond so much better if I physically have my hands on them and like help them move their body to understand how to do a movement. So that's what I mean by actually creating this neurofeedback loop for yourself now, because I mean, I know you guys want me to touch you in appropriate ways, right? No, not necessarily. Not everybody likes that. Some of my members do. Some of them are like, work, you come within 6 inches of me, I am going to break you. So I don't do that. And sometimes I've learned the hard way. So here's the deal. What you want to do now, we're going to try this with what's called an ab vacuum. Ab vacuum. All right. The ab vacuum, and the reason why I'm moving you guys around is because I don't have my videographer today. He's in Tampa. The ab vacuum is something that's going to help you get your waistline to narrow, improve your posture, and also maybe even remedy some back pain if you've ever had that. The ab vacuum comes along with the Hourglass Goddess, but I've never taught it to you guys in P10 this way. When we age, especially through menopause and after having children, this line right here, it's called the linea alba, all right? It starts to separate and spread apart. So we can start to narrow this, and that's what diastasis recti is, if you've heard of that, the separation of the abs. But this does start to get more prevalent, even if you don't have a kid, and maybe you've been doing exercises without engaging your pelvic floor. So we're going to engage what's called the trifecta of contractions. So you're going to stand in mountain pose. And from here, I want you to kegel. Okay, you're going to squeeze your pelvic floor. And if you're like, I don't know how to do that, well, pretend that you got to pee. And there's no toilet around, there's no shiwi, and there's no tree to hide behind. So I want you to hold those muscles. Now, when you do that, I want you to squeeze your butt. Okay, so I can engage my pelvic floor, squeeze the butt. All right, engage the pelvic floor, squeeze the butt. And this is typically done through an exhalation. The last thing that we're going to do, we're going to take our fingers, we're going to fan them out, and we're going to start to feel around, okay, to see where, okay, the rectus abdominals are. And you're going to start to contract and pull on the exhale your navel now into your spine while you're pulling up your pelvic floor, squeezing your bum, and teaching the muscles to go back in. Now you're going to take it a step further. Think about pulling that belly button up, in, and underneath your rib cage. Really squeeze. Wow. Holy heck. Sometimes I call it zipping up the mean jeans. That wasn't my quote. It's a Chalene Johnson quote. Okay. Ooh, let's relax. So if you relax, you give yourself a baby belly, play the bongos on it. There we go. Okay, now let's try it again. You're going to inhale through the nose, pelvic floor like you gotta pee, squeeze bum, fan the fingers, pull that navel in. Now keep going. Zip it up, exhale, exhale. All right, now that you have that contraction, now you can walk around. Look at me, my internal corsets engaged. We're gonna do it one more time. The third time's a charm, because I want you to try this in line for the grocery store, picking up your copy of the City Scene. Shameless plug, can't help it. Maybe when your mind is wandering, somebody's talking to you and they don't get the cue when they talk to you too long, and you're like, stop talking. This is the look of stop talking to me. They don't get it. Do your ab vacuums. Okay, Patty, give me one more minute. All right, so let's pull up that pelvic floor, squeeze the bum, inhale, exhale, fan the fingers, push in, draw that belly button up, in, and underneath the rib cage. Hold it right here. Okay, so that is your ab vacuum. Once we're done talking with Patty, we're gonna do some other exercises and put that away. The other thing that we're gonna do is your U-work assignment. Okay, so long story short, by you touching your belly muscles, your rectus abdominis, that I'm hoping that helped you engage your transverse abs. Now, once we do a little bit more exercise after our interview, I will show you different ways that you can touch your muscles, okay, to start to flex them. And these are just different types of contractions. All right. Without further ado, I am going to invite Patty Kramer to our discussion. Oh, let's see. And guys, pardon me if there's a little delay. Get a sip of water. Search members of the group. I'm trying to get Miss Patty on here now because this is what Facebook loves to do. The one and only person that I just need right now. Oh, look, I can get Kelly Johnston on here. KJ, you want to do an interview real quick? You out there? Trying to get Patty on. Manage links. Oh, this will be so sad if I can't get her because I hyped it up. Let's see if she's tuning in right now. Oh, there she is. We'll add her. Send request. Ah, I found it. We're going to get. All right, guys, hang on tight. There we go. Beautiful. She's coming on. She's joining. There she is. Patty, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule for us to chat with you.
You're
How are
welcome.
you? Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, guys, I want you to meet Patty. And Patty, you have been doing my one-on-one coaching program for the last 6, going on 7 months now. And you
Yes,
started with the perfect 10 and you
I did.
finished it.
I
Yeah.
did.
So I first want to ask you, can you tell me just a little bit about your experience with P10 the first time you did it?
I wasn't sure about it. There
Mhm.
was someone in our office that was doing your program, and she shared it with me. I had asked her a lot of questions,
Yeah.
and at first I was like, "Oh yeah, this lady's crazy. Lemon water, fruit smoothie, exercises, but wee hours in the morning for me anyway, because I get up really early to work." But I had set my mind on doing Weight Watchers, and your program was free for 10 days. So I thought,
Yeah.
I'll do the freebie first. Let's get a kickstart for free, right?
Yeah.
And I lost 6 pounds on that
Wow.
10 days. And I was like, no, thank you, Weight Watchers.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, that's awesome. And you know what I really appreciate about you, Patty, that you're a straight shooter because this is how we think. You know what I mean? It's not like, yay, I'm going to jump in. That makes sense. It's like, I don't know. But there was probably just something inside of you that, I mean, you were ready already for something. And I
yes,
like the idea that you followed through with a free program. Sometimes that's hard to do. It's easy to start something that's free. It's not always easy to finish something that's free. So, and 6 pounds is amazing, in 10 days, water weight, scale weight, and a lot of confidence was obviously built. So at that point, you booked a call with me.
yes.
And can you tell me what was like your deciding factor then um, to do a 6 month program?
Because I was exercising regularly. In the past few years, I'd become a fitness instructor, and I just felt like because I was a fitness instructor, that automatically made me going to be thinner, which no, I just kept getting heavier and heavier and heavier, more
Yeah.
miserable. Um, so I was just ready. It was the right time, and I needed somebody to hold me accountable. That's for
Yes.
me, that's the big thing.
Yeah. The
Accountability.
accountability piece. It is. And I do remember that you were saying that, where you're like, listen, I need accountability. Um, you've made a lot of progress in 10 days so that you had that confidence. But sometimes like, 10 days, we need more than that because what was working in the past probably wasn't working now. And I shared a connection with Patty, guys, because I remember when I first started teaching a lot of fitness classes, and I kind of thought similarly, like, well, I'm doing all of these fit things, but I actually started to gain weight and I was hungry and tired, and all these things started to just actually probably be a sign and symptom of maybe overtraining. I wasn't strength training enough. And the results that I thought I was going to get weren't apparent with what I saw in the mirror. So we definitely, shared an understanding on the same page with that. Um, Patty, I want to, if you could share with the folks that don't know your current progress, like where you started from day one with P10 and where you are now. I know that Patty made like this awesome power post, guys, and I thank you so much for that. But if you're not friends with Patty on Facebook, you didn't see her power post, as I call it. And yeah, so tell us a little bit about what you've accomplished in these several months.
So, including the free program, and actually, I'll be finishing my 6 month next week, I believe it is. I've lost 42 pounds total. I don't know the inches. I mean, I measure myself and I put them in my spreadsheet like you want me to, but I don't calculate that.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
gotta do that, huh?
yeah. So, but I'm happier. I'm more self-confident. I just
You
like,
look younger. Like so guys, I'm going to cut you off. I'm so sorry, Patty, but
that's okay.
I see Patty's weekly accountability check-in pictures every week. And this happens with a lot of Envision clients. Like at first, like, you wear like a sports bra and bathing suit bottoms. And then I'm like, all right, we need, you've come so far. We need to change those bottoms from what I call the Bridget Jones diary underwear. You guys remember that movie where it's like she's wearing like these Spanx, they're ridiculous. And then we change them to like, a little more cheeky stuff. But the cool thing is that I'm like, you're an hourglass goddess. I mean, you've become the hourglass goddess. It's so awesome to see your body composition, how it's improved and changed. I know you, and a lot of people have noticed that. Um, One thing, if you don't mind, I don't think you'll mind me sharing this. I remember, well, maybe I'll let you. Recently, you were starting to try on some clothes and dresses for a special event
Yes.
coming up, and you
Yes.
shared with me some of like your thoughts and feelings. If you care to share what that was about.
Mm. Um, I was trying on dresses for my son's wedding in September, this past weekend, and I felt like every dress I tried on, I loved them all. And I
Yeah.
said to my now daughter-in-law, I said, I think I'm just so happy with my body right now that I like anything that's on it. Um, so yeah,
Wow. That gave me the
I don't know.
chills. And yeah, I definitely have the chills. Sometimes I shave my arms so you can't see the arm hairs, but it's standing up. Okay. So that is so powerful. Gang, so Patty, you did send me like pictures of these different dresses. So guys, she gave
Yes.
me this old fashion show because I was like, hey, if you don't mind, I'd love to see this. Like, it makes me so pumped up. And so you sent a couple different pictures, and I was like, I was the same. I was like, jaw drop, and that's the fun part of it. Like these are the awesome side effects. But there's an unsexy side to this too, right? I mean, we're talking about all the sexy stuff. She's lost scale weight. She looks better. Do you feel better?
I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel a lot better.
What would you say would be maybe like the biggest challenge for you? Or because a lot of times, I mean, I call you the gold medalist because each week you're winning and winning because you're doing the program, guys. She's playing full out with the program, doing her check-ins, showing up on group calls, asking questions, not hesitating to reach out to me. But what would you think the hardest part is?
For me personally, it's getting my at-home weightlifting workouts in because I'm still
Yeah.
teaching two different
Yeah.
formats,
Yeah.
subbing sometimes. So yeah, getting those
And
at-home
working full
workouts
time.
in and working full time.
Yeah,
Yes. 3 jobs. I actually have 3 jobs. We're
that's
just,
right. Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, it's hard to get those workouts in, and I've learned to ask myself important questions. Like this past Sunday, I knew I had a really busy week, and I don't like to do the workouts on Saturday or Sunday. And
Yeah.
I really had no option but to start on Sunday this week to get them in. And I was like, look, how are you going to feel tomorrow morning or even tonight when you're going to bed and you didn't get that workout in? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to feel like a piece of crap because I know I'm already a day behind. So I ask myself a lot more questions now
Mhm.
before I take action. which has
Yes.
become important. And it's the same with food choices now.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same with food choices as well.
That's a big deal to ask to that's all thinking is a series of asking questions, giving ourselves answers. And this was a Tony Robbins technique I've learned. Ask a better question and you'll get a better answer. And that's really what you're applying, if I can extrapolate on that. So guys, it's important to kind of take notes on this thought process, as we were just talking about mindset. Is Patty, you pause long enough. It's not like we're taking an hour out of your day. It's just like stop,
Yeah.
pause. Okay, am I going to feel better or worse after doing a workout? And the answer is I'm going to feel better. Just like
Yes.
when you said with food questions. Now, I want you guys to know though, Patty's just not eating celery and carrots. So, yeah. Now, your eating patterns have changed a lot. Um, but literally, you can have your cake and eat it too. It's just not every day.
Right.
And guys, she's still been losing scale weight. And I know that you're confident. I'm confident that we're going to be getting to now, well, a new goal weight, right? And
Hmm.
seeing where we can go with it. And I'm not going to reveal this, but I'm so that you guys know I am nudging Patty to do something maybe outside of her comfort zone. And if she does it, you might hear about it. You might see about some stuff. But let's see. Anything that you would like to tell, and just in conclusion here, Patty, because Patty is at work, and thank you for taking time out of your lunch break
Sure.
again to chat with us. But that you could share with someone who's maybe just like on the fence, thinking that they can reach their goal on their own. What would you suggest to them if they're just and they're kind of in this hamster wheel of insanity? Any advice?
Yeah, I think if you're going to do this program, you need to jump in with both feet. I basically, and I think Aubrey can attest to this, I basically just do what I'm told every week. Like she tells me to do this, boom, I do it.
Yeah,
You're going to be logging your food, which I know for some people that's a real hassle, but in my mind, I've made it a game. I like try to beat the numbers.
yeah,
I don't look at it as a downside. I look at it as a positive. It keeps me on track. I'd also say I used to consider myself like the weekday warrior when it came to eating, and then the weekends were trash for me. Um, keep keep logging your food on the weekends. That was a big deal for me. I did great during the week and terrible on the weekends. So
yeah,
yeah, just get everything you can out of it. She has a lot to offer, and just be a sponge. Just absorb it all.
yeah. And you do. You show up. So there's a group element to the program where we have twice a week. We have Zoom calls outside of our one-on-one check-ins. And you show up all the time for these, and sometimes guys will get a text from Patty, which always means a lot to me, where it's like, that was really effective. And I know that you're not blowing smoke. You guys, the little bit
Right.
of time that we have with her, like, you're a straight shooter. So I'm like, that means a lot, because my goal is to have this program be a form of continuing education and growth. So it's not
Yep.
just like this flat, like, oh, I sent my coach my check-in, and then you wait another 7 days and then you do it again. There's interaction during the week. It's very high touch, because transformations. People often ask me, well, how much weight can I lose, or how much muscle can I put on in 6 months to a year? And the answer is I don't know, but we are going to find out, because everyone goes at their own pace at their readiness for change. You are clearly ready already.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm super excited for just more transformations just within your own journey, Patty. So other than that, I thank you. I completely honor and respect you, and as well as your time today. So I hope
Oh,
you
you're
have the best
welcome.
day possible. And
You too.
thanks for joining us. Thanks, Patty.
All right.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's see if we're back. All right. Give me a little message out there if you can still hear me after transitioning with Patty. Let's see. Maybe if Dan, can you text message me? That'll come through and pop on. Guys, if you loved freaking Patty's little interview here, give me a yes. And if you are friends with Patty on Facebook, you definitely give her a little pat on the back or a thumbs up or something, because I'll tell you what, it is hard to be interviewed like this and to share your story. I know I've had Kelly Johnson on here before, and gosh, she's a great example of someone who her goal was not weight loss. She wanted to get stronger, more built, fitter, more confident. I'm telling you, this girl's a rock star as well. I do want to interview some other people along the way, because it is not always about the scale victories, guys. I think the majority of people that I work with, they're just like, listen, I want to make a change and a transformation of my life to get more confident, to be healthy, to also prove to myself that I can still get better at any age and stage. And if you're not sure if working one-on-one with me is for you, guys, it's totally free. Book a call. You can book it through the link in your P10 manual, or you can hit me up in the DMs. I will be posting links and stuff like that too. Okay, so I'm going to start to move on to your You Work assignment today. Patty was talking about, well, how busy she is. And if you are freaking busy as heck, I mean, who isn't, guys? You're making the time today, and time is malleable, right? Like, we can start to manipulate time. And the great thing is that you've seen what Patty's done. So if she looks at her schedule right now, she's in a season of subbing a lot of classes outside of her full-time job and her catering job, and then her teaching job is taking up more time. One thing that we did when we worked together is to say, okay, what can go and what must stay? And her workouts, we said, like, for some of my clients, they start off and they are only doing five. I don't want to say only, but because they're so very effective, they're doing workouts that are like 5 to 10 minutes a day. And if you can trust me enough to say, like, yes, that can still move the needle for you if you're doing zero, I have seen magic happen. All right. Don't think that it has to be like I'm doing 2-a-days in the gym so I can be, on the cover of Strong Magazine. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm proof of it. My clients are proof of it. And what Patty has done is that she's now leveraged things where it's like, I am really digging these results. So I don't really want to work out on the weekends, but I know this is temporary because I'm in the season of lots of other things on my schedule, which is fun, right? But it won't always be like this. And I'm here to help her manage that so she doesn't overtrain. So because before, if you were reading between the lines, she was teaching so many fitness classes, her body didn't like that. She experienced weight gain, right? And probably some lethargy, and we can overtrain. Overtraining just doesn't mean sore muscles and an injury. Overtraining can be a complete hormonal disruptor to your adrenal glands, where they're constantly secreting cortisol and they're all out of adrenaline. So you just kind of like your tank never feels like it's full. It feels like it's running on E. Been there, done that, don't recommend it. But I'm glad that I have been there so that I can recognize those signs and symptoms and I can help people like you not experience what I did. I often say I have taken the stairs, fallen down them a couple times. I'm here to help you take the escalator, because often in life, there are very few shortcuts. I can help you close the gap from where you are to where you want to go in a more direct line. And that's what coaching does. When you don't have a coach, this is typically what happens. Okay. We can rebound. Maybe we get to our goal and then it's like, and then here's that insanity cycle. Because oftentimes we can't see our own blind spots. All right. And that's why I have a coach to this day. Even though I'm not training for a fitness show coming up, I still see the value in coaching because it's important to me. I've had relationship coaches, I've had business coaches, fitness coaches, of course. You might be like, geez, Aubrey, can't you do anything on your own without somebody holding your hand? Yeah, I can. I mean, think of like taking cooking classes. Guys, you don't have to be a master of everything. And it's okay to admit, even these fitness professionals, I have fitness professionals working with me. I have registered dietitians working with me. And we have a great relationship because of that. Guys, I learned from you too. People like Kelly, um, people like Patty, my other ones who they've done P10 for a while. So, you know, they might be all Aubreyed out for a little bit. All right. Without further ado, let's talk about how you are going to engage your muscles better in those 3 simple exercises. And then we'll review Hourglass Goddess. Oh, your U work. Wait a minute. See, I need Dan here. The U work for today is I need you to take a selfie. Click a selfie today of you or like just on your calendar when you're going to do the Hourglass Goddess workout. So my point is when are you going to find 5 minutes of your day today that you're going to do your Hourglass Goddess workout? And I need you to post that under the pinned post after this call, after this chat, where when you're going to do it. So if it's 12:52 p.m. right now, Eastern Standard Time, maybe you're like, all right, I know at 2:30 p.m. I am going to do the Hourglass Goddess workout. No matter what, put it on your calendar, and I need to see that under the pinned post. So you can type it in there. You can take a picture of you even after you've done it. I need some type of documentation, and I need to keep you accountable of when you're going to do the Hourglass Goddess workout. Since we have this time together, let's talk about some mind muscle connection with squats. You can drop in the comments, like some people are like, squats, what? I always feel it in my quads, or I don't feel it in my glutes. The thing that's great is that these are body weight squats. You're not going to use you're going to take off your socks, even take off your socks. It's a beautiful day. Go in the grass because I want you to ground through your feet. In yoga, we call it the Pada Bandha. So first and foremost, before you do your 10 squats, I want you to shift around side to side. Feel where you want to put your feet. It's a million different ways, folks. Get them under your shoulders. All right? Don't overthink it. Lift your toes up, flex them, and then relax them like they're rose petals on grass. Feel your feet. Now, you're going to pat your legs and slap your legs like you're a sumo wrestler. Okay? Pat yourself on the butt. Start to engage your trifecta of contractions, pelvic floor. Squeeze your glutes. Draw your fingers in towards your belly button. Now, lift your toes slightly again because they probably were too flaccid. We're going to do 10 squats here in 3, 2, 1. Squatting down, push the floor into the basement. Down, push. Okay? As I'm pushing my feet into the floor, or if you're in grass, you're pushing the grass into the center of the earth, all the way to China. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, squeeze pelvic floor, bum, and your navel. I lost count. It happens in group fitness world. You guys get it? Let's do 3 more. 2, keep pushing through your imaginary shoelaces. Now let's do 1 more. So as Roman likes to say, number 0, 1 for Roman. Hold the top of your squat, pat your legs, pelvic floor, pull it up, squeeze that core, and now relax, shake your legs out. Let me know if you just did that, how does it feel? All right, so now you're gonna go onto your push-ups. Do you see how I can do fitness anywhere? Guys, fun fact about Aubrey, she used to be a break dancer 20 years ago, so I could probably do push-ups on concrete. All right, from here, your push-ups kneeling or on your toes. They're only 10. So I want you now push to think about mummifying your legs. Squeeze your legs. Click your heels together like you're Dorothy. Now get that pelvic floor going. Squeeze your butt. Draw the navel into the spine. And from here, you're going to push the floor into the basement. Or I want you to think about pushing Again, the grass into the center of the earth. Now, pretend like somebody's about to tickle you. Pinch those armpits shut. Big push. Inhale, exhale. Keep squeezing. Keep squeezing. Last 3. Big exhale, power push. Engage that trifecta. And your last one, relax. I hope that felt a little bit different. The trifecta of contractions is money, honey. You got to be doing it. All right. Now you're going to do your towel cinching crunches. Where's my towel? Sorry. You guys like moving on? Are you guys dizzy yet? Hope you don't want to. Well, hopefully. Oh, hi. That's the neighbor's dog. Hi, Nika. Okay, get your towel. The towel is the part of the hourglass goddess. It's not in your P10 manual with those pictures with the squats. But you're going to get your towel, fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. Run it along your lower back. This is going to solidify you. A white shirt on a dirty porch. Okay. To engage pelvic floor, butt. When you crunch pelvic floor, squeeze your butt. Come on. Squeeze your butt. Inhale, exhale, and now use the towel to bring your abs closer together and to pull that belly button into your spine. Inhale, exhale, pull it in. I'm already shaking and quaking. All right. So don't blow your belly out. Use the towel to pull the belly in. And now in your mind's eye, see your waistline getting more narrow, telling yourself that, here's what I tell myself, all the food I eat goes straight to my quad sweep, or all the food I eat goes straight to my booty. I don't want it going to my belly, so I visualize the energy of food going to body parts that I want it to go to grow the body parts aesthetically and to make them stronger. Last one, exhale, inhale. All right, nod your head around. Okay, that's your towel cinching crunch from Hourglass Goddess. Now, you can drop in the comments whenever you're done doing those little exercises if that was more effective. The reason why I want you to get a mirror out when you're doing these exercises is also to visualize how you want your body to look. Essentially, and my friend just called me this, I'm a body architect. I like that. I like that name better than fitness expert. Think people will get the message, body architect. So as you are a body architect, think of you're building your house, gals. You deserve to live in a good house. In fact, you deserve to live in the best freaking house of your dreams. Okay? So no one has the right to take that from you. All right? Give that gift to yourself. Build your house and see your house being constructed. Now, if the mirror is not your friend right now, I want you to start to do some reps with your eyes closed. Okay. So now let's try a couple reps of squats, engaging our trifecta of contractions, pelvic floor, booty, transverse abs, couple squats with your eyes closed, feeling and seeing in your mind's eye, that pineal gland, your muscles working. And seeing your legs being strong, toned. If you want to visualize, everyone's like, I want Carrie Underwood legs. All right, well, see Carrie Underwood's legs in there. Okay. Inhale and exhale. 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes. Down. Push. Push that floor away. Squeeze your butt at the top. Drop down. Now, just through your breath, and feeling each rep count. There's only 10 little reps that you have to do. Make every one of them matter. And then do an extra one for my son. Okay. All right, guys, gals. I hope that was helpful the way I cued it. For my Envision clients, like our next Envision calls next week, once a month we do fitness testing. So we measure the progress of their upper body endurance, their abdominal endurance, and their flexibility. Then the second call, and then we have other continuing education throughout call. Then the second call of the month could be very mindset, power of reframing, behavior change, food related. This month I'm going to go over foam rolling. okay, and the importance of foam rolling to help improve even your body composition. So the cool thing is, if I can't be with you there in person, I know the second best thing is through our Zoom calls. Please, please do your you work and make sure that you post it under the time post of the day. Make sure you're getting my emails. And last but not least, DM me already if you want to book a call. I've already had a couple people book a call and even sign up for Envision. So I want to give you guys a shout out. Thank you so much for being proactive. And it's very meaningful to connect in that way. Here's the deal. I am offering a discount on my program that lasts until Tuesday, but you got to at least book your call. If you're like, Aubrey, I'm not ready for Tuesday. As long as you get your call in the books, it's important that you can take advantage of the discount so that you're going to be saving anywhere from $600 to $1,000 for this program. Now, granted, I have a 6-month option and a 1-year option. Tune in tomorrow. We are going to be talking about the Perfect 10 tool set and how I help people acquire tools that can last for the rest of your life. All right. Some people also ask this question, well, Aubrey, okay, what do I do after 6 months or a year? I don't know. We'll figure it out then. But in all honesty, we do. I have another rock star gold medalist client. Her name is Kelly Wall. She has been interviewed on here before. And what we've developed together is that she's been a part of my program for a year. What we have done is develop a monthly momentum coaching call. So she's on a different path where the price point is much lower, but we do a monthly strategy meeting. And I'm so excited to work with her on that. So stay tuned for Kelly's massive results as well. So Kelly, if you're catching the replay, lots of love to you today. What else do we got? I need to talk about. Yes. So yeah, you guys are going to get the exact pricing that I charge right now with my services, as well as I did talk about hot seat coaching. I think I need something different than hot seat, because people are like, that's not a prize. I don't want you to put me in the hot seat as a prize. I'm going to say this. If there's anyone that's tuning in now or to the replay who would like to have live coaching done for about 10 minutes before we wrap up the free coaching of Perfect 10, please don't hesitate to DM me. Janet, I know I threw you under the bus the other day. If you're up for it, can you let me know? I know you've been playing full out, so thank you, Janet. In summary, today we talked about the Perfect 10 mindset. We talked about the asset and how you're going to make the time for exercise. You know what I was thinking the other day? I actually, this morning, as I was looking at my sticky note in my bathroom, those perfect 10 thoughts. And sometimes we have just not nice thoughts to other people. We can get envious or compare ourselves. Well, why look at this person, what they're doing? And the perfect 10 thought process, I want to share this with you because it's most present with me, is that we are all where we need to be right now, but it doesn't mean you have to stay here. Everything changes and everything ends. And the beautiful thing about that is that there's always an opportunity for a fresh start. Thank you so much for tuning in. I feel like I probably left something out today. I will drop it in the comments if I did. Looking forward to you guys showing up on our third day tomorrow, where we're going to talk about the Perfect 10 tool set so you can get the most out of this program. And once again, if maybe you can send me your results. If you only need 10 days, I would love for the opportunity to share your great results, because I believe in you guys. I'm here to help you believe in yourself one ounce more and pay it forward. Ciao for now. Bye, everyone.